So I'm just about to start Mexican Gothic. I'm really nervous. I'm also really regretting not buying the physical copy now because I want to take cute pictures of it on Instagram because it's beautiful. I love the cover, but there was a Kindle deal and I had some like coupon to redeem, so I got it on my Kindle. But I mean, it'll be easier to carry around and stuff, and a little easier to take notes for the live show. But anyway, I'm starting a day early just because I have so much homework this week and I'm worried that I'm not going to finish it in time for the live show. Last time we did a read along for TwoBookish Hannahs, we just kind of like did the live show whenever we could. We didn't really schedule it at all, and now we have, and people want to watch it, so I actually need to read the book this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I won't let myself get too far ahead though, because like I want to experience it along with the other two Hannahs, but we'll see how this goes. I'll update you soon. So I've read 2 chapters of Mexican Gothic, and then I took a break and I started doing some of my homework because I'm feeling really productive right now, and I have a lot of homework this week and I feel more like doing homework than reading Mexican Gothic. So I'm thinking about just getting ahead on some stuff so that way this week when I really am in the mood, I actually have the time. So I just did some of my forensics homework and that was disgusting. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to take this class, because like I'm an anthropology major and most of the time like I'm fine, until we had to read about bodily decomposition and it was a bit much, like Stalking Jack the Ripper times 10. So yeah, that's been my evening. But Mexican Gothic is really interesting so far. The writing is at a really high level, which I'm enjoying because I've been reading a lot of young adult books and like I love my young adult books, but sometimes I want, you know, some more advanced vocabulary and more complex stories. So I'm enjoying that. Even had to use the little dictionary feature to look up a couple words because, you know, it's been a while since I've done that SAT vocab prep, but it's been interesting. The beginning is definitely slow, which I think I was expecting. I mean, it's an adult book. I figured we'd need like another 50 pages before anything was really gonna get going. So I don't know, I'm like 30 pages in, not a ton has happened, and I can't decide how I feel about our main character, because in some parts she's like super frivolous, and then other times her father's calling her out for just being super frivolous and it's just like, you need to settle down, you need to get a husband. And she's like, no, like I want to do other stuff with my life. She actually wants to go get her graduate degree in anthropology, which I love. So I thought that was cool, but then she proves her father right in some ways, in the way she thinks. So I don't know how I feel about her yet, but there's definitely something going on, and it's very mysterious, and I love the setting. It's just really eerie and spooky, so I'm excited to keep reading. I don't know how much more I'll read tonight. I'm gonna try to read one more chapter, but I think I'm just gonna focus on homework tonight. So it is 1:52 on Monday, and I still have not read any of Mexican Gothic, but I've been doing school all day because I try to get my school done as early as possible and then I read later. That's how I usually do it. I am gonna save a little bit of my homework because I think me and my boyfriend are gonna study together later, and so I think I'm about to read some of Mexican Gothic. We'll see. I took a nice walk because I just needed some exercise, and I listened to my audiobook Such a Fun Age, which is so good, on my walk, and I got to go visit a cat who was asleep, so she didn't really want to play, which was a little sad, but it was good. I finally caved and got a pumpkin spice latte. They got my name wrong, but you know what, that's fine. So I've just been doing a lot of homework. I watched a little bit of BookTube, but I've just been reading for school so much. I've had to read archaeology and linguistics stuff today that hasn't been interesting at all, so I'm looking forward to finally reading Mexican Gothic. Hi guys, so it's really late. It's 11:25 and I'm just now getting back home for the day. So I kind of wanted to update you guys on how Mexican Gothic is going. I read through chapter 7, which is a chapter further than we actually had to read today. I kind of would have liked to read a little bit further just to stay ahead because I did have a lot of time today. Stuff happened today, and so I didn't read as much as I probably would have, but I'm technically a chapter ahead and I'm really enjoying it. I think in this last chapter things finally started happening, which is good because I'm like 70 pages through the book and I'd like something to be happening. It's a very slow start, very atmospheric, but it's also really beautiful, and I think Noemi, she's super feminist, and I really like that. Like, I wasn't sure about her in the beginning, like what was going on with her, but now I really like her. I love how there's like all this discussion of eugenics and one race or complexion being better than another, and then Noemi comes in and she's like, that's not true at all. Here are all these reasons why that is just not true. Like, how dare you judge people by the color of their skin? And that's something super relevant right now too, but I love how she is particularly discussing that in a Mexican context, and I can't speak to that, but from what I've seen, I think that's a really good representation and it's really good. I just love that she's an anthropology lover too, like me. I don't know, it's very relatable, and so I think that's really cool. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen next. I think things are finally gonna start happening, and I'm just so ready for that, but I've enjoyed it. One thing I'm a little nervous about is, so tomorrow I have a dissection in my Forensics of Sherlock Holmes class. We are dissecting a fetal pig, and I read the instructions today and watched the video, had panic attacks, almost threw up, broke out in a stress rash, and started getting random joint pain because that's what happens when my anxiety spikes, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I couldn't even handle watching this video about dissection and reading the instructions. And so tomorrow we are actually doing the dissections, and I've already gotten permission from my TA to not actually do the dissecting, but I still gotta watch it. Still gotta smell the cleaning stuff, and it's gonna be interesting. So we have that going on, and on top of that, Mexican Gothic is supposed to get really gory, and it's supposed to turn more horror. Like right now it just feels very gothic, and I love that feeling. I love it. They have so many allusions to Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre, and I love it, but it's gonna get gory, and I'm just worried about how those two are going to mix, because that's just a lot, and I don't like scary things. I don't like gory things. Like, I can watch Lord of the Rings and a violent movie at that level, but yeah, that's where we are. I'm really nervous about where this is going, but we're gonna make it. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys some stickers that finally came in today from Redbubble. I did a big Redbubble order like a month or so ago, and I got 2 notebooks. One of them is the cutest thing ever. This one's my favorite. It has a cat in a little outfit, and it says, "Pardon me, are you Aaron Purser?" I love it. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, I've got to buy it. So I got this notebook, and then I got some Anthropology Nerd stickers. So I feel like that kind of fits in with this vlog because anthropology, Mexican Gothic. So let's look at those. So when you buy something like that would come in an envelope from Redbubble, they even have artist design the envelope, which is really cool. But I got 4 stickers, so they're on 2 different sheets. So the first one is, I'll just show you one at a time. This one is Hogwarts houses, but instead of like the Hogwarts houses, it's the 4 anthropology sections. So we have biological, which is my field, subfield, that's the word I was thinking of. This one is archaeology. This one's cultural anthropology, and this one's linguistic anthropology. I'm in a class with linguistic anthropology right now. So boring, not my thing. But we have the 4 subfields, and I think this is so cute. And the other one right here is Lucy, aka Australopithecus afarensis, right? I'm pretty sure. But I had to take a whole class memorizing all of the hominids, and Lucy's like the iconic one, so I had to get a Lucy. So I got this one, which is just a skull, and it has flowers around it and a ribbon, and it says anthropology, which is very me, because I like, I feel like that sounds weird, but I really like skulls just because like that's a lot of what I study in anthropology. And so like if you follow me on Bookstagram, you see my skull in different pictures. It's because I like the skull and I like studying it. So yeah, I have that. And then this one is studying bones is my major, because true, like, I mean, not my English major, obviously. Studying dead people, it's kind of my thing. Studying fictional people, that's my other major. That's what it should be. But studying bones is my other major, because biological anthropology is my favorite, and I love it when I get to study some bones. So I'm very excited about this because I need to redesign my laptop and water bottle stickers. So I'm very excited about that. But that's all I have to talk about tonight. So I'm gonna get ready for bed. I might read another chapter of Mexican Gothic, but I'm also a little worried that it'll get scary in this chapter and that I won't be able to sleep. So I might just go to sleep. But regardless, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I haven't updated in forever, and now here I am in the laundry room with an apple pie and my Kindle trying to finish Mexican Gothic on Thursday night. Yeah, I got a little behind on reading just because work and school have been a lot, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. Hi everyone. So it's been a week. I haven't even updated very much, and yeah, I feel really bad about that. I hope this vlog is okay. I'm just about to finish reading Mexican Gothic. Like it says I have 2 chapters left. That's 15 minutes left according to Amazon or whatever. So we're getting close. I've had a good day. I've had so many migraines. And that sounds weird to have like multiple migraines, like isn't it just one? I don't really know how that works, but like I had one this morning and that was fine for a little while, and then we got a storm, so it came back, and I took some medicine because it was just so bad, and now it's coming back. So it's just been a rough day, but we have the live show tonight, which I'm very excited about. Hannah F and I spent a long time trying to figure out how to do a live show with more than one person, because if you do a live show by yourself, it's the easiest thing, but we couldn't figure out how to get it just like with 3 of us. So we finally figured that out, and I hope you're watching the live show. We had someone comment on my Instagram saying that they're gonna watch it, and we got so excited because we really thought no one was gonna watch. And that's really cool. Like, just the idea of one person wanting to watch our live show and us ramble about Mexican Gothic, that's so cool. But I do think I'm gonna come up with some notes from this that I want to discuss, like just to make sure that those like main things have been discussed, because I do have some like points I want to make about the book, and I'll share those with you guys too, like in a non-spoiler way when I do finish it. But right now I'm gonna finish the book. everyone. So I finished Mexican Gothic and we actually just wrapped up our live show too. So I just wanted to kind of like go over a couple of things. Our live show was really fun. We had a ton of technical difficulties because we just don't know how to work the software and it just stopped working. Like we couldn't hear each other. We don't know what happened. So we weren't able to do it on YouTube, but we did it on Instagram, and I actually really liked that because we just had people like drop in randomly and like say something and then they'd leave. But we had Shannon, wonderful Shannon, sticking with us the entire time. So I'm gonna leave Shannon's information down below. You should go follow her on Insta. But anyway, we had a really good time, lots of fun, lots of laughter. And we got to also, like, me and Hannah B just had a moment where we went through and like analyzed it from like an English major standpoint, because she was an English major, I'm currently an English major, so that was really fun. But I just wanted to go over a couple of the things that I took away from the book in a non-spoiler way. So I originally gave it 3.5 stars because I felt like the first 60-70% was 5 stars. It was beautiful, but then I felt like the ending was 2 stars when I first read it because it was really rushed. I didn't like the direction it went and it just didn't work for me. However, discussing it with the Two Bookish Hannahs really made me appreciate it more. So I think I'm gonna bump it up to 4.5 stars, maybe just 4 stars. I'm gonna sleep on it and we're gonna see, because I loved it more now. Like I feel like I appreciate it more now that I've had a conversation about it. But there are definitely some points that I still feel like aren't perfect and definitely still bother me, and questions that weren't really answered, but I definitely do appreciate a lot more of it now, and I feel like I have a better understanding of why some choices were made. So yeah, so that's what I thought about it. One of my biggest problems with it is that I feel like it's being marketed more so as a horror book or as a thriller, and that is not what I felt like at all. I feel like it was spooky, if we want to give it that title. It was spooky, and it was gory in some aspects, definitely gory. Definitely had some really dark themes like cannibalism, and there are trigger warnings for incest and sexual assault, very much so, and suicide. But it wasn't scary. It was dark, kind of, and spooky-ish, but it's not the horror book that everyone's talking about. I don't understand how people are scared by it. Like, it wasn't scary at all to me. Like, it got intense maybe in some scenes, but that wasn't because scary things were happening. It was because, like, the way things were being described, like, I don't know. It wasn't scary. And I feel like I went into it with the wrong mindset. Like, I felt like it was going to be a scary horror book, and then it wasn't. It was a social commentary on feminism and class and race, and it was it was genre bending, and it was beautiful, but it wasn't horror. And you just need to go into it not thinking it's going to be, if you're going to enjoy this. One thing I did really like is that I feel like this is the kind of adult book that I want to read. I'm 21 and I'm getting to a point where I don't want to read just young adult teen books. Like, I don't the themes in a book about a 16-year-old don't really resonate with me like they used to. I don't think the same way that I did when I was a teenager. And so it's a little different now. But at the same time, I don't know where to go with the adult section. It's really intimidating. I feel like all the books are written for old men and I don't know what to do. But this book was written with the main character being 22. So very close to my age, and she's still trying to figure out life. Like, she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her education. She actually wants to study anthropology, which is what I do, and she's trying to figure out relationships and just everything that's going on. But she's more independent, and I really liked it. I felt like it was written for my age, and it was the right mixture of social commentary and action. So I really enjoyed that. So let's see what else. I definitely think that for as much preamble to the action, that there could have been more character development for the male characters. Like, I feel like we got character development for the main character, Noemi, but not for anyone else. The ending could definitely have been slowed down, but yeah, that was mainly it. Definitely remember the trigger warnings. Like, it doesn't shy away from dark topics at all. And I would say that sexual assault and female oppression are both like serious themes in the book that are kind of lay the groundwork for everything that's going to happen in the book. But I think I really enjoyed this book, and even more so now that I've finished the live show. So this was great. In our live show, we decided that this was definitely a book for me and Hannah B, and not as much so for Hannah F. So we're letting her pick the next one so that she thinks she'll. We all picked both of the last ones, so we're hoping that she will like the next one. It'll be more her style. And so we discussed some options like Riley Sager, or maybe I Killed Zoe Spanos, or I don't know what else we're thinking. Oh, I suggested When No One Is Watching. We'll see. We've also talked about doing a video where like we read like a BookTubers favorite books, and we'll just switch. So like they'll read my favorite books and I'll read their favorite books. So we're trying to figure out those, and that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, this was just a really fun week for reading and reading together. I love doing live shows with them. I love this book club with them. We talk literally every day, even when we're not reading a book together. Like Hannah F and I have a 48-day streak now. It's pretty great. And maybe the next one we'll be able to do like an actual like in-person live show, because I am trying to visit them at some point. So hopefully that can happen at some point, but we'll see. I think that's all I really have to say in this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this vlog turned out okay. And I hope it encouraged you to go pick up Mexican Gothic, and maybe even join us for our next live show whenever that happens. We did our first one at the end of July, and this one's mid-September, so probably the next one would be in October or early November, just because like Hannah works and Hannah B works, and like I'm in school and I work, and we're just all very busy people, so we can't do them all the time, but we'd like to do it, you know, once a month or so. But we'll let you know what the next book will be and when we're doing more live shows, and I hope you'll join us for that. And stick with the Three Bookish Hannahs gang. It's really fun. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to me and to TwoBookish Hannahs channel for all of the updates, and make sure you like and leave a comment down below what book you're reading or anything. Just leave a comment down below, because I love reading your comments. And if you want to, you can hit the little bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. But I think that's all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!